has started. So welcome everybody. I am Kyla Indorf. I am the product program manager for Central and Western part of Nebraska. On tonight's call, we have Vicki Hannes, who's out of Columbus. And then I'm pretty sure Melissa was gonna jump on. Melissa Long, she's from the Lincoln area. And then Tracy is on. Okay. And then Tracy is on vacation. She is in Vegas enjoying herself. So Tracy Charrington is out of the Omaha area, but she will be back next week if anybody has any questions. But so welcome to the Just-in-Time Cookie Bites. Tonight we're going to talk about booth scheduler and troop secured booths. So what is a cookie booth? Cookie booth is where there are 2 adults and 3 or more girls that attend that booth. And they are at any establishment that would allow you to host a booth there. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk you through. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through Smart Cookie, and then I'll walk you through an area on Digital Cookie as well. And my dog has been trying to be very helpful tonight, so just FYI. Okay, so I logged into Smart Cookies. This is just one of my troops. You're going to go over to Booth, and then Troop Secured Booth. Now, when you're doing troop secured booths, if you are going to have them at the same location, so say, oh, where's the place? Okay, I'm just going to do Balsamans here in Grand Island. You're going to, my dog is trying to help me. Shelby, no, get down. So just type in the store name. And I'm just going to make up an address. 1, 2, 3. All my information in. That's not what I want. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Okay, so we'll just do that. Okay, so then your information will pre-fill down at the bottom. Location contact, you don't have to put any of that information in there. Okay, Shelby, get down. Okay, so then after you just click on next, then it will ask you to add appointment times. So you can only do, even if you're going to have a booth at this multiple location more than once, you do have to do them reservations you have to do one booth reservation at a time. So our booths open on February 14th. Hold on just a second. I'm going to go let my dog out real quick. Hold on just a second. So sorry, she really had to go. Okay, so you're gonna, whenever your date is of your cookie booth, you'll just want to select a date, and then you'll put in your start time. So you can do it from like 7 to, let's say 7 to 2. Or 10 to 2. Okay, and then you'll just hit save. Oh. It's very temperamental. Okay. So once you submit all of your troop secured booths, they come over to us, and then we have to like approve them. And by us doing that, it's just making sure that there's not more than one troop at that location. So, and we also need to make sure it's like an appropriate place to have a booth. Okay, so you just click save. Okay, and then you can go back up and, whoops. So if you're gonna do a booth at that location, that same location, when you put in the address, it has to be a little different. Because if you try to put in that exact same address, the same way you entered it the first time, it will tell you it won't accept it. So, I don't even know what is I really doing. Okay, so 12314 4th Street. So this time around when I'm entering that address, I can either put a period at the end of ST. I can just capitalize both the ST. So as, at least if there is some something different about the first, different than the first time you put it in, it'll accept it. You can spell out fourth, you can do the capital TH. There has to be one different character in that that description when you are putting it in. Okay.
Kyla, I have a
Yep.
question.
Yep.
If we have so there has to be something different every time you put in that location at a different time.
Kyla, I'm going to interrupt for just a second. I think there is another way that you can do it. Go
Oh.
ahead and add your appointment time to this one that you're doing.
Okay. I did not know that.
I think we can do it differently, but I want to just kind of walk through it and see if it'll work. So click save. Okay, now don't hit save. Don't hit save. Don't hit save.
Oh.
Okay. Go back up to your header. Okay, so hit appointment time. See where it says add appointment time?
Oh.
Click on that.
Okay. Let me
and then see if you can put another date in.
6 to 9. 6 to 8. There we go.
Thanks, Vicki. I was
Yes.
just looking at my own screen to see if I remembered that correctly since I was
Right,
gone
right.
last season.
Yeah, so it's
I
not
did not know
necessary to
that.
go back, and put that information every time. Once you put your booth location in once, you do the appointment time, and then if you hit add appointment time, you can continue to add additional days and times. And then once you have all of your shifts put in there, then click on the save. So.
Well, I did not know that. I'm sorry, guys. But
No.
that is very helpful.
Yes.
And I believe you can go back into it and add it even after. So
yeah,
if you
so that's what I was going to say. Go to your
Yep.
troop reservations and see if we can get to it. So I think if you slide, the slider over.
Oh, yep.
Yep,
Yep.
the 3.
Remove first. No,
booth
well,
details.
Yep. And then
Yep.
you can go about it that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
well,
There you go.
there you go. Everybody learned something new today.
Yeah.
Okay,
even the teacher learned something new today.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's how you can go about doing that. Tyne, does that help? Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much,
Okay.
ladies.
Yeah. Okay, so under my reservations, you can this will show you all your booths that you have put into the system. It will have all of your locations. This bar down here, if you slide over, you'll be able to see if the status is pending or if it's been denied or approved. You will get an email that it was approved or it was denied. But like I said, we have to have a really good reason to deny a booth. So it doesn't happen very often. And like they just showed us that if for some reason you guys decide not to do that booth because the weather's really bad, or I don't know, whatever the reason is, you can remove it. It'll ask if you want to delete it forever. And then also booth details. It'll take you back into that same screen, the troop secured booth screen, and you'll be able to add, delete, any of that stuff. Let's see. I think that's all for, yeah. So, when you go and do your, if you want to do your Walmarts, this is where you'll come in and do the scheduled booth. Didn't know why. I don't know. So it opens up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 7 o'clock in the central area. And it'll go until Monday at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, and then we'll reopen it for the remaining shifts that are still available. That will open up on Tuesday at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time and or 7 o'clock Central.
Kyla, can you
Yeah.
clarify the difference between the lottery and the first come, first serve? The lottery is actually the one that opens up tomorrow.
Oh,
First
yeah.
come, first serve for Walmart's doesn't open up until January 21st. So we need to clarify the difference.
Yep. So the lottery is where you'll go in and you'll pick your times. And you can pick up to 5 different times, 5 shifts. And you will you'll be notified of the winning people that won those slots. You'll be notified on the 21st. So then whatever is left over of who didn't get the lotteries will then be able to log on the 21st, and they'll be able to just pick up those remaining slots that are still open. And those will be first come, first serve. So the first come, first serves are your Walmarts, your Sam's Club, your Walmart neighborhood market, the Dream Lab will be in there. And yeah. And then also new this year, this is not in the first, does anybody have any questions with the lottery or the first come, first serve before I move on? I want to talk about Goodwill.
Yeah, are you going to be able to walk us through what it looks like to sign up for the lottery?
No, not because it's locked until tomorrow morning, unfortunately.
So we just come to this same location and it'll
Yes.
be there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. We do have a question in the chat. This will be our first year our troop does booths. For troop secured cookie booths, what dates can those begin?
Troop secured, you can start doing those now. So you can just log on so you can go to troop secured booths and you can start filling in that information. You can contact any stores that you think would allow you to come in. So out this way, some grocery stores let us come in, like the Balsam Travel Center lets us come in. If people have family-owned businesses, wherever.
Lisa, was that your question, or were you asking the and then
Melissa, you're cutting out.
I think we lost her.
Melissa, I think we lost you.
Okay.
Kyla, there are some other questions. I'll continue for her. There was a question, when can we start inputting troop secure booths and smart cookies? You can start inputting troop secure booth information at any time. The lottery is for Walmart and Sam's, right? No, actually the lottery is for the first weekend of the shifts at the Omaha Dream Lab. So February 14th through February 16th. That is a new thing this year. And so that portion opens up tomorrow morning, where you can go in and select up to 5 shifts. You will be awarded, you could possibly be awarded one shift. It's a random drawing. And so you'll be notified on the 21st if you got a shift from that lottery. And then any shifts that are left over will go into the first come, first serve. And that will open up on the 21st then. And that's for all the Walmarts, the Walmart neighborhood markets, the Sam's Clubs, and any remaining shifts at the Omaha Dream Lab then.
And
Just go ahead.
And new this year, can you hear me now?
Yes.
With Walmarts and Sam's, we will close it and then we will reopen it for your second round of selections, but then we will leave it open for the
We lost
Melissa?
you again, Melissa.
Yeah. I think what she's trying to say is that the first come, first serve will remain open for the rest of the cookie season. And so if you find later on that, hey, I want to do a Walmart booth, and you go into the first come, first serve and you see a shift is open, you can go ahead and grab it. Then you don't have to wait for us to open the system up. It'll be open the entire time. Melissa, are you back?
She's just not having a good night.
She's not having a good night with her microphone, I don't think so. Josie asks, this is our first year doing Boost. Do you have recommendations for the lottery locations on how many cookies to have on hand? I would say it would be just the same as if you were planning for any type of cookie booth. The recommendations, I believe, are outlined in the handbook. We generally say 1.5 to 2 cases of cookies per hour. So if you're doing a 2-hour shift, if you did 2 cases per hour, that's 4 cases. So then you take that chart that's on our website that tells you like what percentage. So yeah, but about 1/4 of your cookies should probably be Thin Mints. You know, you can use that to kind of figure out how many cookies you should have on hand. You definitely want to try to have something of all the 8 main varieties if possible. Jenny asked if we submitted our initial cookie order and clicked the button submit to approval. That's all we needed to do. That is correct. You don't necessarily get a confirmation, but I can tell you that all orders were submitted yesterday morning. Okay, and Melissa's typing in the chat. She says make sure to cover canceling and rescheduling them as well. And I think we're caught up, Kyla.
Okay. So next thing I'm going to talk about is our Goodwill. We are partnering with Goodwill. There are all the Goodwills throughout Nebraska are participating except the Lincoln locations. The Lincoln locations have decided not to allow girls to come in and have booths at the locations. So you will be responsible for calling the Goodwills and asking what days and times they have available. And then you'll come into the Troop Secured booth and enter in that information here. We will be monitoring, we as the product program managers will be monitoring to make sure that there is not any overlapping at any of the locations. They are asking that any troop that does host a booth at these locations, that you do some form of a drive, or you collect donations and bring them to those locations. So you could either, as a troop, just donate a few items to your local Goodwills, or you could even use it as a driver to get people to come to your cookie booths. You could do like a donation, donate some Goodwill items and buy some cookies. So that is new this year. All of our product program managers have the locations. So there's one in Columbus, out my way. Both Grand Island locations are participating: Kearney, Hastings, North Platte, Scottsbluff, Lexington, McCook, and Alliance. And then the Omaha locations are also participating in that. So that is new this year. And they will allow the girls to be inside the stores. So that's another great opportunity to be inside and not be standing outside for the cookie booths. So that is new this year. Let's see. Oh, a lemonade stand. I was going to talk about that. The difference between a lemonade stand and a booth. A lemonade stand is one girl. They can basically just pop up a table or whatnot in your front yard, and just sell cookies out and have customers. If you live on a busy street, just pop up a table and you can sell cookies out of your yard. So that is what a lemonade stand is. You can take a wagon, decorate a wagon, and walk around your neighborhood and sell cookies that way. So those are both things that you are allowed to do.
Question, Kyla.
Yeah.
Lemonade stands, are they allowed to do before booth selling time starts? Or do they need to wait until booth selling time starts? Are they classified as a booth or a lemonade stand?
A lemonade stand. So I think,
Okay,
right, team?
so
You
that can
do
happen
that.
during door to door?
I believe so, right, team? Answer to that.
Yeah, I think we need to, think we need to check into that, Kyla.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because
Well,
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah. What else? Anybody else have any questions? Oh, I was gonna go into digital cookie.
Oh, before you do that, Melissa sent a message. She wanted you to go over if you have to cancel a Walmart shift, how to do that so that it can be made available for other troops to take that shift.
I've never done that before, so I don't know the answer to that.
I think it should be the same as removing a reservation like you do for your troop secured.
Okay.
It should be the same process, I believe.
Okay, hold on. I have to stop sharing and reshare because my computer is not letting me. Okay. It's not today. Does it go
to
into
my reservation? Yeah, my reservations. Okay. And then it should be listed under your reservations, and if you find the gray line and slide it over.
Oh, so like I just remove okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be able to do the same thing. I believe you should be able to do the same thing for the Walmart shifts. If you are not able to do a Walmart shift, let your product program manager know, just so that we are aware as well that that shift has been canceled. So And I should say any shift, any cookie booth shift that you cancel, let your product program manager know. And the other reason
Okay.
for removing that is so that it removes it from the from taking credit cards. So, and you'll talk about that here in a minute, I'm sure, Kyla.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna log into Digital Cookie. Okay, so for all the troop leaders, you'll log into your troop side of the of Digital Cookie. In order for you to take credit cards at booths, you do need to go in and set up your site, and you do need to publish your site in order for you to be able to take credit cards. So it's very simple. When you log in, this is the main dashboard. So just set up your site. And like I said, this is all just generic. And it will tell you throughout this page whether or not your site's been published or not. So if you just scroll down to the bottom, you can upload photos, you can upload videos, you can even change your the picture. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, just put in your zip code, and then over here it'll see your site and publish it. Okay. So even though it says, you know, submit and publish, you still have to go over here and hit approve and publish. That is where we found a lot of troops last year hitting the first over the page before and then not realizing they still had to hit approve and publish. So this will just give you what it's going to look like when you log in. And then if you need to edit anything, you can just click edit and then fix it and then set your site and publish. And then once you get it approved, this will be what your homepage will look like. And we will talk about other parts of Digital Cookie on other upcoming Cookie Bites. So that is Digital Cookie. And like I said, you do need to publish your site in order to be able to take credit cards at your booth. Anything else? What else do I need to say?
Kyla, I was just going to point out too, when you first published or when you started doing that site, it showed your troop number and then the 556 code behind it. Do not remove that code. That is our council code, and that should still remain on there. So once it is set up, don't remove anything.
Let me log into my other one and I'll show everybody that.
And that step that you just did too, you have to make sure that you appoint a site lead for your troop site as well. And it's usually just yourself, but.
Yep. So set up your site. Okay. So just put in whatever site, and then if you are having if you have any questions or whatnot, you can just hit step help 1, and it'll give you little pointers.
Hi, I have a quick question back about the booth sign up. When we sign up on the 21st for the first come, first serve, is there a limit to the number we can sign up for?
No, it's first come, first serve. So You know,
Kyla,
if
there,
it-
we did change it a little bit. The first day they
Oh.
can sign up for up to 5 shifts that first day. And then it will close and then reopen. And when it reopens, then you can sign up for as many shifts as you want to do. But the first day, it's just up to 5 shifts.
Oh, yeah. Up, yep.
We did change it
Sorry.
up a little bit this year. Sorry, that wasn't made clearer.
Okay. So that is how you publish your site. Does anybody have any other questions?
I think I got the ones in the chat answered. Somebody just asked about not getting a confirmation, and I said they can go in and click on reports and click on the troop initial order report to see what they ordered for their troop if they needed that information. I don't see any other questions in the chat. Kyla, if you're okay, I was just going to kind of go over the timeline again. Since we have changed up the lottery in the first come, first serve, it is a little bit confusing. And when we had this information put together, we did not have it in time for the cookie manager handbook. And so I just kind of want to remind everybody of the schedule. So starting tomorrow morning, January 17th, at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or 7 a.m. Central Time. Anybody that wants to submit for a shift at the Omaha Dream Lab location for the first weekend, and this is for the first weekend only, February 14th through February 16th. The lottery will open up tomorrow morning, and there is a change in time from what we told you in training. It will close on January 19th instead of the 20th, and there should be an email coming out from ABC Smart Cookies to the Omaha area to let you know that. So that will close. So that during that lottery, you can request up to 5 shifts, but you will only win 1 shift via a random scheduler through this book. Smart Cookies booth scheduler. So it's not a guarantee, it's a random draw. So if you're interested in it, put your request in. We'll do the random lottery on the 20th, and you'll be notified of if you've got a booth. Okay, then beginning on January 21st at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, again 7 a.m. Central, through January 22nd at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you can schedule up to 5 shifts under the first come, first serve request, and that is for those Walmarts, the Walmart neighborhoods, the Sam Clubs, and any remaining shifts at the Omaha Dream Lab. That will close on January 22nd at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and you can schedule up to 5 shifts during that time period. Then beginning on January 23rd at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, there's no limits to the number of shifts that a troops can schedule, and that scheduler will remain open until March 16th at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you can go in anytime after January 23rd and request one of those shifts if it's not taken. Once you request that shift and taken it, it's yours, and it will not be shown, it will not be up here for anybody else to see it. So I just kind of wanted to go through that timeline again, just to make everything clear, because it is a lot, it is a new process. It is a lot of information to take in, and we, hope that everybody gets what they want as well. So that's just, again, that's just the timeline for that piece of the Cookie Boost. Okay, Madeline, is that how do we take credit card information for the boost, or will this be available in future cookie buys? We can talk about it a little more on Tuesday night when we talk about digital cookie. In order to take credit cards at a booth, you need to have the digital cookie mobile app on your phone or your device. And when you log in, that's the reason for publishing your site in digital cookie that Kyla just showed to you. And when you are at a cookie booth, you can log in on the mobile app. You want to choose that troop site. Don't choose a girl's name. Don't choose your Girl Scouts name. Choose the troop site. And then you can take credit cards. You can also take PayPal and Venmo as well. But you have to have the cookie booth entered in Smart Cookies in order to do that. If you don't have the cookie booth entered, you won't see the booth in your digital cookie mobile app. So it's important to make sure you get that information put in Smart Cookies and that you also get your troop site published in digital cookie. So, and again, we'll probably cover it again. We talk about digital cookie on Tuesday night again as well. So. Are there additional questions? You can type in the chat or just unmute yourself and ask your question. Melissa did send a message. She can hear us, but unfortunately she can't talk to us. Her microphone's not working. So she can possibly type in the chat as well. So. Kyla, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Nope, I don't believe so.
Okay. And again, if you have any questions, you can contact your product program manager and they can assist you with your questions. We hope that this was helpful to everybody. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat or unmute. Otherwise, we will give you a little bit of your evening back to you and hope that you have a very wonderful cookie season this year. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, Tyne.
Thanks. That was painless. Oh, I guess I could